couple of days ago, I did a Facebook Live where I was talking about there's the idea of just really focusing down when you're overwhelmed and having too much to do, and there's too much busyness in your life, in your work, and narrowing it down to this idea of the one thing. And I talked about a book called The One Thing that I've been recommending to people. Well, the idea of the one thing is actually much more important and profound than simply tasks and being overwhelmed with tasks. Because what I've seen is actually you can apply exactly the same thing to your whole market and who you're trying to attract. You see, what I found, what I get asked the question all the time from people who are trying to build their businesses, is where do I find leads, and how do I, and they talk about the mechanics of lead generation. And really that's usually not at all the issue. What's the biggest problem that gets in the way of finding new audience and new clients and customers is a lack of a very clear purpose and a clear message where your audience says, hell yeah, I'm in, I need that. I want to have some of that because I have this need for it. So why do people struggle so much to identify a particular audience? And I've titled this particular Facebook Live, this video, Choose Your Audience to Choose Your Future. So the idea and the logic follows this sequence. And the first step is, actually, in order for you to have what I talk about as the first F, which is financial security, for you to have financial security and have enough money coming in into your business and then into your personal life, actually, how many clients do you need for the service that you provide? And for most people, depending on the price and the frequency and all of that, for most people, the answer to how many clients do I need is a really small number. Certainly in relative terms, it's unlikely to be in the realm of thousands, right? Usually it's dozens rather than even hundreds, right? So that's the starting point of how many clients are you likely to need. So if you then start from that point and say, well, okay, I only need a few clients, then what is it that those few, your ideal clients, what do those few clients really want? What's the problem that you're solving? And then you can become a real specialist that they will totally fall in love with. They'll totally want that service. So what is it that is their key problem that you're just serving for a few? Because when you focus on a few, you become absolutely specialist in something. And I know there's a big resistance to the idea of specializing to a high degree. And the reason is because you think, oh, there's not enough, I need more and more clients and customers. Usually that's not the case. So if you can focus on a few, and then you can think about and then put into practice, what is it that they really want? Because if you start to say, well, I can do different things for different people, it will dilute so much about what you do. It'll dilute the message that you put out into the market. It will it'll distract from the clarity of saying, that's what I stand for, that's my specialism, that's what I do. It'll dilute and distract for all the effort that you need to put behind your business. It'll be like you're trying to spin loads of plates when you're looking to try to serve and attract different kinds of audiences and different people, when the reality is you probably only need a small number of clients. So, and also if you try to do lots of things for different people, you're unlikely to really be nailing the delivery of the results for those clients. Whereas if you do one thing really brilliantly, you're going to be a master, you're going to master that activity, and then you'll be able to deliver the results that your clients want. So identify, in terms of, so what do you do as a result of this? Identify who are the few, or what do they look like? Who are the few clients that you really want to work with? Because choose your audience, you choose your future. If you say, I really want to work with these kinds of people, that's the future that you're likely to get. So don't be working with people who are hard work. Don't be working with people who only want everything as cheaply as possible, because it doesn't serve you. It won't serve you. You won't get financial security based on a load of people who only want cheap services. And then you can master the art of creating the results for them. And when you do that, your reputation is going to build. Everything will snowball or mushroom, or whatever your analogy is. So understand who your ideal market is. because it's not many. The chances are it's not many. Who are they? And then be the ideal solution to that. Come from that place. All the messages that you put out come from that place. And when you can be that, you'll be known for the one thing, and you'll need to do a whole lot less than you've been doing, probably than you've been doing up to now. So narrow your focus, do less, become focused on the one thing, the one task, and now the one type of client, the one type of audience that you want to attract. Your future will be much smoother, much bigger probably, by becoming special. Hope that helps. I'll see you again in another video sometime.